Top 10 most highly anticipated Korean dramas I am excited about.
근데 예뻐?
Cashero, Kang Sang-eung, a public servant with superhuman strength, gains power based on the amount of cash he possesses. He struggles to maintain enough money to use his abilities. His girlfriend, Kim Min-suk, is practical and efficient but supports him despite his powers and efficiency. Meanwhile, Byun Hoin, a lawyer and leader of a supernatural organization, and Bang Yoon-mi, a telekinetic powered by calories, also have abilities. Together, they aim to protect their normal lives from villains who seek to destabilize the world. Return to the palace. Yoon Gab is a government officer who works in the palace. He has a good reputation and has a handsome appearance. One day, Yoon Gab's body becomes possessed by an emoji creature. Soon afterwards, people begin to talk about him as if he has lost his mind. The emoji that has possessed Yoon Gab is related to Yeori, whose first love is Yoon Gab. Yeori is the only granddaughter of a famous shaman, and Yeori herself has a divine gift, but she refuses to accept her fate as a medium of spirit. She instead works as a glasses craftswoman. The emoji needs Yeori's body to ascend to heaven, but Yeori won't allow it. After Yoon Gab becomes possessed, Yeori enters the palace, which is filled with powerful female ghosts and evil spirits. Meanwhile, King Lee Sung is a reformist monarch who dreams of a strong Joseon nation. Weird and terrible incidents continue to take place within the palace. These are related to the powerful female ghosts who hold a grudge against the royal family. To get rid of the ghosts, Yoon Gab, Yeori, and King Lee Sung search for the secret of the female ghosts.
강철이
처음이다. 인간 몸을 빙의하는 것은.
내겐 가장 소중한 얼굴인데.
빠져나갈 수가 없는 거야. 곁에만 있으면 그냥 잡아먹고 싶은 것 같아. 절대 아니 된다.
강철이와 만나면 무조건 도망쳐야 한다.
그런 거야.
신의 제자, 당신을 몸주신으로 받들며 성심성의껏 모시겠나이다.
너 따위 못돼먹은 악신을 모셔줄 일은 결코 없을 거야.
사람의 도리 따위 싸그리 무시하네.
이게 뭐여? 막지 못하면 그 자리에서 바로 죽는 거다. 저기 있구나. 저자가 아니다. 억울해 된 것이다.
그 팔척기라는 게 지금 어딨냐고.
뭔데 이래?
Knock off. Kim Seong-jun is a regular office worker, but after the IMF crisis, he lost his job and began working in the counterfeit market. He begins to work as the vice chairman of a counterfeit producing company and grows the company into one of the largest counterfeiters in the world. He relies on his intelligence, quick response to unexpected situations, and a strong desire for success to become the king of the counterfeit market. Meanwhile, Song Hae-jeng is Kim Seong-jun's ex-girlfriend, and she works as a special judicial police officer whose job is to crack down on counterfeit goods. Kim Seong-jun and Song Hae-jeng form a tense relationship surrounding the crackdown on counterfeit goods.
제가 아는 그 김성준이 정말 동대문 조직 넘버 2 부회장이라고요?
이제 슬슬 시작해도 될 것 같아.
제가 아는 그 김성준이 정말 동대문 조직 넘버 2 부회장.
I Am Human from Today. He series follows the story of Yoon Ho, a quirky nine-tailed fox, lives carefree, indulging in the human world's pleasures while avoiding good deeds to maintain her immortality. Her perfect existence takes a dramatic turn when a sudden accident involving a narcissistic soccer star player, Kang Si-yeol, unexpectedly transforms her into an ordinary human. As Yoon Ho adjusts to her new reality, their worlds collide in a series of unforeseen challenges and emotional discoveries.
특별히 신경 써서 지으신
옥순아.
란 인간이 되길 갈망하는 존재가 아닙니까?
친애하는 인간 여러분, 내가 잠깐 실례할게요. 군이오로 사는 건 말이야. 고생 없이? 대체 내가 뭘 그렇게까지 잘못했는데?
성질 좀 죽이고 사시라고.
Treasure Island. To survive, a man hacked into a political slush fund worth 2 trillion won. The other man is a powerful shadowy figure who loses 2 trillion won by killing a man without knowing that he was hacked. Seo Dong-ju works as a leader in the chairman's secretary office at Daesun Group. He is known as the Daesun Man, someone who dies for Daesun Group's interests, but he hides his elaborate and passionate ambitions deep within his mind. His ultimate goal is to entirely consume Daesun Group when he has the chance. Yeom Jang-seon is a law school professor and the former director of the National Intelligence Service. He is the most influential person in the South Korean political world. He even controls the kingmaker behind the scenes. Yeom Jang-seon feels the zenith of joy when he wields money and power as he pleases. He is the type of person who feels alive only when he has control over everyone like a marionette puppet.
대산 차강천 회장한테는 아들이 없다. 이
서동주를 대산에서 치워줘요. 대산에 오래 남을 거면
내 돈을 몽땅 지 대가리에 심어놓고 도망갔는데
Our movie. Lee Ji-ha followed in his father's footsteps, who was considered a master and became a movie director. Lee Ji-ha received worldwide attention for his debut film and was called a genius, but he has been obsessed over a possible sophomore jinx. Over the past 5 years, he has not worked on anything. Deciding to end his 5-year hiatus, Lee Ji-ha begins to work on his second film. The screenplay will tell a romance story involving someone with only a limited amount of time to live. While doing research for the movie, Lee Ji-ha meets Lee Da-yoon. She is an aspiring actress and suffers from a rare incurable disease. She doesn't know how long she has left to live, but she is very social and everyone in the hospital knows her. She gives advice to Lee Ji-ha for his movie and becomes interested in the script. This becomes a turning point for her as an aspiring actress. As they work on the romance movie together, Lee Ji-ha and Lee Da-yoon, who have their own illnesses, form a romantic relationship.
그 순간이 아주 짧더라도 을 맡게 된 시한부 이다음이라고 합니다.
죽는다면서요. 1년밖에 못 산다면서요.
My dearest nemesis. Baek Soo-jang works as the leader of a planning team at Yongseong Department Store. The department store is widely regarded as the best in the industry. She is a hard worker and is recognized for her top performance at her job. She won't hesitate to butt heads with anyone in the company rather than suppressing whatever it is that bothers her. One day, she meets Ban Ju-yeon for the first time in 16 years. He begins to work as her boss, the director of the Strategic Planning Division. He is also the successor of the department store. When Soo-young was in her teens, she first met Ju-yeon through an online game. He used the game ID of Black Salt Dragon, which was the symbol of teenage angst. That time has remained one of the worst memories in her life. In his teens, Ju-yeon first met Soo-jang, who used the game ID Strawberry. He fell in love with her and she was his first love, but as soon as he confessed his feelings to her, she dumped him. This was the first taste of bitterness in his life. 16 years later, Ju-yeon is now all grown up. He meets Soo-jang as his subordinate at work.
네?
눈 감아줄게요. 뭔데요?
아니, 안 된다니까요. 내였구나. 봉인되었던 수천 년의 시간. 나 흑염룡.
본부
The Potato Research Center. The story is set in a potato research center in a mountain valley that depicts a refreshing romance between slightly screwed adults. Kim Mi-gyang, a potato researcher with 12 years of experience at the Potato Research Institute, at first glance, looks like an unemployed person recognized by the neighborhood, but when she opens her mouth, she starts spouting biological terms. Kim Mi-gyang is a person crazy about potatoes who is working on a secret project at the Potato Research Institute to create a good potato called Mi-gyang. Meanwhile, she at first bickers with So Baek-ho, who has been appointed as the new director of the Potato Research Institute, but gradually feels attracted to him and ends up having an in-office romance with him, which she vows never to do again. So Beak Ho is a person with a deadly smile, a soft voice, and divine visuals, as though he were on the cover of a romance novel. However, unlike his extravagant appearance, he is an outsider who does well on his own, with no personal life to speak of, no friends, and a bit of vulgarity.
신선한 코믹 로맨스.
상에 이 남자가 굴러왔다.
핵감자보다
When life gives tangerines. A son is rebellious but gets nervous every time she rebels. She is not well off but is always shining and full of positivity. She dreams of becoming a poet, although she is unable to attend school, and she is a bold character who doesn't hide any emotions. Guan Sik is an extremely diligent and quiet character. Romance is not a strength for him, however, and he doesn't know how to act if a son cries or laughs. But he is a silent warrior who only loves a son from the very beginning and pours his all into loving her. Way back love. Young Hui Wan is a 24-year-old woman who doesn't have the will to live. She lives her life as a recluse. One day, her childhood friend and first love, Kim Ram-yu, appears in front of her. He died 6 years ago and is now a Grim Reaper. When Ram-yu was alive, they were best friends and also had feelings for each other. Due to their own reasons, they did not tell the other person how they felt. An accident then caused Ram-yu's death. Now, Ram-yu tells Hui Wan that she has only 1 week before she dies. He continues to tell her that if she wants to die peacefully, she needs to call his name 3 times. Hui Wan, who lives a lonely life, doesn't want to separate from him again and does not call his name. Ram-yu gets her to make a bucket list of things to do before she dies, and they carry out her list together.
아무랑 시완이 연애 들어있는데 왜 그 이름을 바꾸냐? 있어서 왔어. 그동안 나 안 보고 싶었어?
근데 너 죽었잖아.
좋은 일이었다. 그런데